How's it going, guys? Miles here checking in with another Lowdown. Today I got some exciting news. As you can see what is in front of me, 22 Designs bindings are here. They are in stock and ready to ship to you. If you have placed a pre-order with us, whether it be through the iPad here in the front of the shop or online, we are reaching out to people, doing our best, text, calling, all of you guys out there who have ordered these bindings. If you have not heard from us yet, shoot us an email, shoot us a text or a call, and we most likely will have them, whether we are mounting them or shipping them to you. You're coming to pick them up, whatever we're doing there, let us know. We're doing our best to let you guys know as well. So Outlaws, Lynxes, Vices, Axles, they are all here in the shop, ready to go. I still am a little low on a couple of bindings, but for the most part, they are all here, ready to go in shop. So that's what we're going to talk about today, is going to be the Outlaw and the Lynx. There's a couple new things with the Lynx this year that they did, which is pretty exciting. The Outlaw has stayed the same, but I did kind of want to run over it, kind of tell you about the features, something like that. So let's go ahead and start with the new 2021-2022 22 Designs Lynx. This is, as most of you guys know, going to be a tech toe NTN binding. This is for someone who is in the backcountry a little bit more than the resort. We like to use a little 70-30 rule here. If you're skiing out of bounds 70% of the times, still occasionally kicking around in the resort, this is going to be that binding for you. Due to it being a tech toe binding, it's going to have a really good light weight for the uphill, as well as still ski solid and awesome on the downhill. So let's talk about the new features for this year. As you can see, you got some new springs here. There's some shiny chrome springs this year. That is going to help really snap and lock in that toe, which is super awesome. Really going to hold that boot in and give you a lot more trust with those tech toes. Going to keep you engaged when you're going for a hike, and then when you decide to flip it back for skiing, you're good to go. So with that, they added this little piece here. Might be kind of hard to tell on the camera. They added this little back, kind of an extension of the claw. You can kind of see it there. It's a little bit of a nub that sticks off that back side. That is for the person who is transitioning from tour mode to ski mode a little bit easier, where you can actually put your ski pole, your handle of your ski pole, in between that and the ski, and go ahead and just pop that up for a quick transition to get back into ski mode, which is super awesome, where last couple year models, those have been flat right there. So super awesome there, where if you're kind of a quick transition, you like to get those laps in the backcountry, super awesome feature there where you can just flip that up and you're good to go. As well as the flex plates here. They have been reinforced, as well as they have an option for a smaller, they're a softer flex plate in the small size, which is super awesome, where some people, this binding might be a little too stiff with those multiple flex plates there. So with that smaller version, they have added a softer flex plate as an option for you, which is super cool. They've beefed up the springs a little bit overall, just kind of not redesigned it, but reintroduced a couple new features, as well as the features that are in the binding, made a little bit stronger, a little bit tougher. So super pumped to get on a pair of these this year. Excited for the new toe. That little piece there to make it easier for a transition is going to be awesome. Like I said, an awesome binding for someone who is in the backcountry most of their time, but still kind of kicks in a resort, or if you're a multiple binding kind of person, awesome binding if you're looking to get into a backcountry setup, where maybe you have a couple pairs of Outlaws or you have one Outlaw for your resort setup. This is going to be that binding for your backcountry setup. So that's the new Lynx. We're all pretty stoked on them here at the shop. Definitely excited to get you guys out on them soon. They're here, ready to go for you, as well as the Outlaw X. So this is, most of you guys know, we preach this binding a lot. We love this binding. This is the binding that most of us ski regularly here at the shop. It's just going to be same thing, that 70-30% rule, but kind of flips to the resort side. So if you're really hammering in the resort, maybe you like to get out a couple days here and there in the backcountry, this is the binding for you. Still gonna have that awesome double up heel in the rear for those steeper climbs. Very similar design. It's been the same for a while now. It's kind of, if it's not broke, don't fix it kind of a thing. This binding's awesome. You got your rear engagement here. The one thing I do really like about the Outlaw is you have your 5 kind of adjustments that you can make to your stiffness in your binding, where maybe it's a little soft for you, you need to crank it down a little bit. Go ahead and twist that spring cap in, stiffen the binding up, gives you a little bit more resistance in that turn, as well as you do have the option for a stiffy spring, which is super awesome, where maybe the regular spring can be a little too preloaded. If you go stiffer in like the 4 or 5, maybe go into like a stiffy spring on like a 2 or a 3, gives you still that resistance but not as snappy and preloaded, if that makes sense. That's what I do here at the shop. Ski these with a stiffy spring on like a 2 or a 3, where not super cranked down on a regular spring 4 or 5. So Outlaw X, you guys know it. It's an awesome binding. They are also in stock, ready to go for you guys. So if you have ordered either of these, give us a call, shoot us a text. We'll get you guys set up. If we need to ship them, UPS exists, so we'll go ahead and start mailing some of those out. If you do have any questions on these bindings, maybe you got them and you're not super familiar with some of the features, let us know. Give us a call, shoot us an email. We also have some video ideas kind of running through even just basic assembly or swapping your slick pin position on the Lynx, maybe adding a power spacer for the Lynx where maybe the binding's a little too stiff or a little too soft. You can kind of tune it there too, which is super awesome. But yeah, and as always guys, if you have any questions or specific examples, let me know. Shoot them to me on Instagram, shoot us an email here at the shop. We'll get you guys helped out. But yeah, that's been the Lowdown, guys. 22 designs in stock, ready to go. That also includes the vise and the axle. We did get a couple pairs of the kids vise. I will be showing that in a later video. Give you a little bit of a hint or a teaser of the kids vise. It's a small vise with a softer spring. So for those kiddos that are a little bit smaller that need a little bit of a softer binding, you have that kids vise, as well as it's in a pretty sweet color in purple and green rather than black and green. So something small, but definitely pretty cool from 22 Designs. Yeah, as always guys, it's been Miles. Thanks for watching.